So the first one is the 5 pillars are prepare your foundation, which what's going to happen is when we prepare your foundation, you have to prepare yourself so that you look good in front of the podcaster. Because basically when you pitch yourself to the podcaster, they're going to want to see who you are. They're going to see you're relevant to your niche. They're going to see your expertise. They're going to want to make sure that you're quote unquote vetted or good for their audience, because they're literally going to take you and present you and put you on a pedestal in front of their audience. So the first pillar, the first P is prepare. You're going to prepare your foundation. The second one is you're going to plan your strategy. So today we're going to focus on the first pillar, which is prepare. We're going to dive deep into that today. Next week, we're going to go into plan your strategy. Okay. And we're going to jump into that. I'm going to show you how to plan your strategy, how to create your lead magnet, how to focus on certain podcasts, how to niche down with 3 to 5 podcasts in certain niches, how to cross niche and how that works. You're going to build out this whole plan with their landing page and how to plan your strategy for the third pillar, which is actually pitching yourself. So once you prepare your foundation, it looks really good, have everything in order, you plan your strategy, know what you're going to do, then you're going to work on pitching yourself. Okay. And pitching yourself is you're literally going to do what it sounds, but what you're saying is you're going to pitch. You have a pitch put together, and you have your foundation put together, your strategy put together. Then you're going to go and start pitching podcasters to get on their podcast. The fourth part is when they start responding, and you're going to start responding. And I call it the podcast party, because that's the exciting part, because you laid all the groundwork, you prepared your foundation, plan your strategy, you pitched yourself, you get responses back, you get the booking links, you're booking yourself on podcast, and it's like a party. You're like, oh my gosh, this is actually working. This is good. So I call it the podcast party. You go on and you do podcasts. Now there's things you have to do when you prepare to get on the podcast. Right? Like you have to we'll go over that on a different section. And then the last one is the last P, last pillar, is you promote the content. And it's really important because podcasters love that, because their whole goal is to provide value to their audience. So they're inviting experts on their show, and you're going to be the expert on their show. They're going to promote you. You're going to have 30 to 60 minutes, an hour to talk about who you are and what you do and give so much value. You're going to ethically steal the audience over to you. Then the podcaster is going to get that episode. They're going to edit that episode. They're going to edit the episode. They're going to blast the episode out to their audience, and they want you to blast the episode out to your audience as well. So you want to promote the content because, one, it makes you look good for the podcaster and it builds a relationship because you're actually promoting their show. But 2, you're providing value. You're continuously providing value to your audience, and there's different way to promote it. And we're going to go into that in different training. There's a ton of ways you can chop it up and promote it and keep it going for a long time. So those are the 5 pillars. It's really simple. It's not hard. If you think about it, people are like, oh my gosh, how do I get on a podcast? How do I become the expert authority in my niche? How do I get this massive audience following me? How do I do it? But it's really pretty simple when you break it down. The 5 pillars, again, prepare, plan, pitch, podcast, and promote. I call it the 5 Ps. It's really simple. When we go through it, you'll be like, Ryan, that's it? This is literally all you got to do? Yeah, that's all you got to do. Like, yeah, there's some homework involved, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. But once you get the foundation set and you know what you're doing, it's evergreen. You can do this forever. You can do it for the next month. Now, the goal is to get 25 podcasts in 90 days. Okay, but what happens after those 90 days when I'm not here anymore? Well, after those 90 days, you can keep doing it. You can do it for the next 90, and the next 90, and the next 90. I know people have been on hundreds and hundreds of podcasts. I know personally know them. They've been on hundreds of podcasts. And 80% of their revenue is from this exact strategy. From positioning themselves as an expert, ethically stealing someone's audience. It took them years to build. They're ethically stealing these experts, audiences, bringing it over to them. They're already positioned as the authority and the expert niche in their field, and they're getting a truckload of highly targeted customers that are willing to buy from them. So the 5 pillars, it's easy to do. It's easy to understand. It's simple. And that's what it is. Do you guys have any questions about the 5 pillars as of right now? You guys understand that? Any questions?